Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing something that a lot of my friends thought I was going to do as soon as I started this channel. And that is, we're going to be going to a Venezuelan place. So as you guys know from the first video, I am from Venezuela. With that said, I have been living here in the US for about 22 years. So you could say that I haven't been to Venezuela pretty much ever since I came here. But I do want to show you some of the really delicious food that we have. And today we're going to be focusing around some of the breakfast / appetizer meals that you can have. We're gonna have maybe some empanadas, and I'm gonna try to see if I can show you what an arepa is. And when we get there, I'm gonna try to look at the menu and see if we can order one more thing, just to have a little bit of variety for you guys to learn a little bit about Venezuelan culture. With that said, anybody here in Orlando, or if you know anybody that lives here, is gonna tell you that in Orlando, Venezuelan food is really saturated because of the huge amount of new restaurants, food trucks, and things like that have opened. With that said, the place we're going to is going to be the original Venezuelan place that was here in Orlando, at least in the last 13 years that I've lived here in Orlando. That's the one place that's always been there from the beginning. So, let's go. Alright guys, we're finally here. We went ahead and we ordered Venezuelan arepa, so you guys can finally get to see that for yourselves to see what that is. We ordered some cheese empanadas, and we ordered something called tequeños, which is a Venezuelan kind of mozzarella stick. We're going to be showing you all that. We did try to order something called chicha, but unfortunately they were out, so we weren't able to get it. But instead what we did, you're more than welcome. We ordered some apple juice pretty much. Alright guys, so this right here is going to be the cheese empanada. This is going to be the arepa. And then this here is going to be the tequeños, which is kind of like mozzarella sticks, but the outside's a little different. Alright guys, and then what we're going to do here is this is going to be a Venezuelan tequeño, which is kind of like a mozzarella stick, but the outside is kind of, it's more of, instead of breading, it's kind of a dough. So it's more close to bread itself than breading. The magic about this is the cheese that's in it, because it's Venezuelan cheese. It's just it's completely different from the mozzarella stick, just because of the cheese alone. You guys have to try this. It's very traditional as a snack. It's a very traditional dish to have. Usually they're a little bit smaller, and you have them at parties, kind of like snack food. You have them for breakfast. You can have them for lunch. They're amazing. All right, I'm sure most of you know what an empanada is. The empanada, basically, you get cornmeal dough, you season it, you flatten it, and of course you deep fry it. These are fried. These aren't gonna be fried. These aren't gonna be like oven baked or anything like that. The inside, you have many different choices. This one's gonna be my wife's, but basically this one is filled completely with cheese, and that's it. But you're able to put shredded beef. You're able to put shredded chicken. You're able to make, you can actually take the international dish of Venezuela, which is called the pabellon, which is basically black beans, rice, shredded beef with a little bit of plantains. And oh man, that's our international dish, and you're actually able to fit all that into one of these empanadas, and it is amazing. I'm gonna just try a little piece. Hopefully my wife doesn't get too upset. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. But once again, the magic here is the cheese. I love cheese, as you guys have heard me say in other videos, but Venezuelan cheese, I know I'm from Venezuela, but I promise you it's not biased. Venezuelan cheese is one of the best cheeses you'll ever taste in the world. It is delicious, and it's just the quality behind it. It's a whole nother level. Alright guys, and then this is gonna be the arepa. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but I want to show you guys. So once again, it's cornmeal flour. And what we do is we prepare it like a dough, put a little bit of water, some salt, and then you go ahead and you either fry it, you can put it in the oven, or there's actually something called arepa makers. Now these are made by hand and they're basically made on a griddle, but then after that you open them up and you get to fill them with whatever you want. The one that I got is one that's very traditional. It's called Reina Pepiada, and what it is basically potato salad with chicken mixed with avocado all together, and then you put some white cheese, and it is absolutely delicious. You guys have to try this out. They fill it to the brim, and just one of these will fill up most people, you know? But it's just delicious, guys. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try it out because this is amazing. I can't wait. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday, and it's like 3 p.m. Let's go ahead and try this out. So, because they made this on the griddle, the outside, the actual arepa is pretty hot, but then the salad inside is cool. So the cheese is like half melted and half isn't, but the balance when you take that bite down, it's so good, guys. Guys, you can have arepas for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. In Venezuela, most traditionally, it's for breakfast, but you have areperas, which is basically a restaurant or a place to eat that specifically focuses on arepas. And you can have same thing as the empanada. I would actually even argue to say that it has way more toppings, way more fillings than you have with empanadas, because you could put beans, you could put pork and tomatoes, you could put shredded beef, you could put ground beef, you could put shredded chicken, ground chicken, you could put sausages with pink sauce, which is mayo and ketchup. There's just so many different options. And then you also have the traditional one, like I mentioned before, that you can put the international dish inside of the arepa and have that. It is absolutely amazing. You have many different choices when you come to Orlando to have Venezuelan food, but this is one of the originals since I've been here. And I've been here for 13 years, and I'm telling you guys, when I first came here to Orlando, back in, actually it might be a little longer, back in what, 2007? When I was going to school, people didn't even know, like a lot of people didn't even know where Venezuela was. And now this is like full of Venezuelans, and it's amazing because I get to share my culture and I get to go ahead and learn new things that I may not have known since I've been here for so long. But if you want some really good Venezuelan food, you guys should come here. Not only that, but I'm going to show you guys, they actually have specials that you come. So it's not just arepas, it's not just empanadas, it's not just the appetizers, but they actually have really good wholehearted meals and soups, huge plethora of drinks, and it's all ready for you guys when you come and visit. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys watching. Let's go ahead and finish this food. All right, guys, we finished all the food and everything was great. I literally just turned the camera back on to show you guys this. So I know I kind of semi-showed you guys this drink in the beginning of the video, but this is genuinely from Venezuela. It is imported, and it's 100% made in Venezuela. If you guys like apple juice from here in the US, great. But if you want really, really, really good tasting apple juice, you know, the only other place that I can compare this to is Japan, because they have the best apple juice you'll ever have in your life. But this is definitely a close second. This is amazing. You guys, if you come here, it's only, I think it's like $2. You get this huge bottle. It's almost the size of my face. But it's just the quality of this. It's amazing. Nothing in the grocery stores that I've been able to buy ever have compared to it. It just, you guys have to try it. And they have a lot of different flavors, but the apple and the pear ones are the ones that I've tried, and they're just magnificent.